Now going over to the political part podcast, you have Tim Walz had police paintballing civilians who broke the pandemic lockdown curfews. And that video from a couple years ago is going viral on social media. Because, of course, it's tyrannical and evil. I don't know who would be more disappointed by this. The founding fathers seeing our country do this they did this to civilians and citizens, or the fact that civilians and citizens just took it and did nothing. Hard to say in which way they would be more disappointed. Now, of course, legally speaking, I should clarify the citizens should have, of course, peacefully protested using good old cardstock from the good old Home the Home Depot. They don't have that yet. Hobby Lobby. Yeah, those poster boards, they're high quality. But nevertheless, this is coming us thanks to Paul Zupa. He says, quote, Governor Tim Walz had the police use paintball guns to shoot Minnesota residents if they broke curfew by being on their porches during the pandemic lockdowns. And here you can see a video of it. It's about 32 seconds long.
And if
you can see it actually have a military Humvee on the street driving there too.
And if you pay attention, you'll hear the police say, get in the house. You'll hear several commands, and then you'll hear, light them up. And then that's when you get the fire.
You see the
we'll play it again.
Jack Boots thugs right there. Surprised they're not wearing red coats.
This is...
Get in your house now! Let's go! Light them up! Go inside now! Get in the house!
Get in!
And if you pay attention, you'll hear.
Twin Cities curfew was up until, or at the time it looks like it was enacted until 6 a.m. So you're allowed to burn down cities and riot, and you can steal from loot from stores. They couldn't be on your porch. Yep. Now this pre-val got 2.6 million views and 31,000 likes. And one of the first comments comes from X Van Fleet, who is a very I was gonna say, I wish I had them on the interview podcast one of these days. This is an individual actually escaped communism, China, and tries to help warn Americans how foolish they are to actually want communism. He says, quote, did Commie Walz learn it from the CCP, getting 48 likes? You have Kristen and Hema say, quote, they used helicopters to fly over people who were sitting in front of their porch talking to neighbors on Father's Day. The helicopters got on the loudspeakers and circled over people, told people to go inside their homes, do not sit on their own porches. Got 170 likes. Tim Walz says he is a POS, and those cops that did that need to be held accountable. War criminals, quite frankly. Getting 562 likes. However, I'm sure the government investigated themselves and found no one to be guilty. Ali B says, a glimpse of what the police state would look like under Kamala Harris and Tim Walz is called communism, folks. Be afraid. Getting 224 likes. Mike B says, what an idiot. You're on my property, not bothering anyone. That's dictatorship. Getting 1,000 likes. Yep. George Sarah says, why hasn't this been everywhere? Getting 788. They get 789. Oh, 797 likes. Jumped up there a couple there. Going down more and more, you have a picture of Tim Walz. Oh, dressed up as a Soviet soldier. So Bill Cuppy says, quote, well, he sounds like a cough joy to be around, just sort of the person who dreads on getting sat next to after at a dinner party. Anyway, here's him back in the 1970s when he was dictator of South American country. He got 307 likes, which of course is a crude Photoshop of his face on a dictator's uniform. And interesting enough, this is not, I don't think that was a Hugo Boss type of uniform. Huh, fun history fact if you are a business or history aficionado. You know which uniforms they made. Celeste Fischler says, so they went through neighborhoods where families were to intimidate and shoot people on their own front doorsteps, but allowed the rioters to riot with zero repercussions for days. Walz sounds like a pretty peaceful and decent guy. Getting 899 likes. Bree says, now we see why his honeymoon was in China. And 350 likes. Michael Morris says, every single one of these police officers and their commanding officers should be put in jail. The Constitution was never suspended during the pandemic. This isn't legal or justified in any way. Tim Walz is a piece of shit. Getting 152 likes. Fact check. True. Going down more and more. Any contrarian statements here? Ultra Mega 1776 says, did anyone bother to vet this guy? Getting 38 likes. Emo Titham says, power-hungry tyrant turns local police cops into stormtroopers. Getting 22 likes, and not the Star Wars kind. Julian Mayer says this guy has to be bought and paid for CCP comic. Getting 47 likes. Very similar policies. I wonder if this video is any different. Oh, so this is more. This one's extended. The police actually go. They go right up to the door too after shooting him. See. Oh no, Twitter or X is taking a minute to load. More technical difficulties after this week, Elon. Really? Oh, that's a little disappointing. I say. Though, I was gonna say technical. To certain extent, technical difficulties do. It's part of my employment, so I can never be too upset since troubleshooting all that kind of stuff. Going down more and more. Do one more. Aaron says, "Wow, this is dictatorship times 100, getting 53 likes." So hopefully that video goes even more viral. Share that to all of your friends because they need to know exactly who they are voted for. Make sure that everyone is educated, actually is voting. Because again, that's horrifying. I can't help but think. Well, it's even more horrifying to think that some Americans that believe the police are doing the right thing in this situation as well. But let me know. Do you think the average American, when seeing that video, would they still approve of Tim Walz? Let me know in the comments. As always, it'd be fascinating to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you can click that button, I really appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.